leading the path here and showing people what is possible, helping people to understand the skill set of navigating in the world's largest money market. Now, with that being said, superstars on the call, I want you to help me celebrate this international superstar. I want you to help me celebrate this servant leader with a heart of gold who is helping people win all over the world. Superstars on the call, help me type some 777s on the chat box. 777s on the chat box. 777, everyone on the chat box. 777. I'm waiting. 777. Thank you so much. 777 as I make welcome an international superstar, an engineer, a petroleum engineer, a great leader, a leader by example and not by motivation. Mr. Engineer Mike, you're on the call. I celebrate you. Thank you for everything that you do for the community. Thank you for your heart of gold, servant leader that you are. You're welcome on the call tonight. You can take it away, sir.
Thank you, Chairman Uriel. My name is Mike Okad, and I'm talking today from Saudi Arabia. You are all welcome to this show. I'm very much excited to talk about this mission. I'm going to introduce Akashx. We are here with a mission of trying to get 5,000 people in 90 days to a financial literacy, and we need to use technology and artificial intelligence. All right, let's start now. Okay, everybody obviously needs three things. We need money, we need a lifestyle, we need time. But in most cases, we are not able to get all three. We might get money, and then we don't have the time because we are very busy chasing money. Or we have the money, but we don't have a lifestyle. So these are three things that very few people in the world are able to get all three together. So here in Akashx, we're going to teach you guys how to be able to acquire all those three things. Now, if somebody ever tells you that he doesn't need money, I don't know which kind of planet he's living on, but here on Earth, planet Earth, we all need money to do something with it. So without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce what we are talking about here. Now, before we go further into it, there's this guy called Robert Kiyosaki. He's an entrepreneur. He's an investor, actually. He came up with this 4 quadrants, and he says there are 4 legitimate ways to make money. Other ways are illegal, but these are the 4 legitimate ways to make money. The first one is where you work for somebody. So 60% of people in the whole world, 8 billion of us, are almost working for someone else. All right. The second category, or the second quadrant, is 35% of people work for themselves. Now, who are those people who work for themselves? There are those who are engineers, who have their own little consultancy, or the dentist, the doctors, the lawyers. So guys who have a garage, so you have your own little outfit where you work for yourself. The other category is the business owners. So these are people who have got a business. Sometimes they have systems, and the systems help them work. The systems help them to make money. The fourth category is the investor. Now, these are the people who use the mindset. In most cases, they make money work for them to create more money, and they leverage time. And this is the category which we want to be in. So in Akashx, we're going to teach you guys how to become into the fourth quadrant of investing and maybe a little bit of the business owner mindset. So in this whole world, most of the money, 95% of the cash we have in the world is controlled by 5% of people. And those are mostly the investors. So if you can understand how money works, or the cash flow quadrants, then you can decide to make yourself go to which one? The one which is the 1%er. So you want to be among the 1%ers, not like me or the other people who are in the 60% who work for somebody every time. That's why now we're introducing Akashx. And as I mentioned again, remember this, we want to have around 55,000 people within the 90 days to have this financial literacy that we are trying to do here. Okay. So what is Akashx? So Akashx is a first-class education which is powered or provided by technology. Okay, this company has been there for a long time, actually, more than 10 years, but it was launched in 2020, and that was sponsored by a company called MDC, which is My Daily Choice. So My Daily Choice is the company behind Akashx to launch it. Now, Akashx has been operating in over 200 countries worldwide, and each time it's growing month over month. I personally just knew this company about a month ago. As a matter of fact, I'm today 1 month in this company. And when I knew about it, immediately I joined, and guess what? We have grown to a big number now. We have over 100 people already in this company. That's how fast Akashx is catching up. Now, this company is also debt-free, so which means it doesn't have any debt and it is privately owned. That means we shall never go into bankruptcy. There's no worry or the company will disappear or anything, right? So it has no third-party people in it. So basically, even the algorithms or this type of technology that they have, they're all in-house. They're built in-house. So Akashx, basically, it's an educational system which will train you to become a trader. And in most cases, we're going to look at the forex trading. So what are the markets that we have in the world? We have three main markets in the world. The first one is the forex market. This is the largest financial market in the world. It is almost having about $7.5 trillion being traded every day. And it's live 24 hours because we have 5 different zones or 4 different zones where they trade in it. And there are always over 10 million people trading forex every day. The good thing about this forex market is you can actually trade it anywhere. If you have a cell phone or you have a laptop or a computer, anywhere you go, as long as the internet connection, you can trade with it. So places like in Africa or somewhere in the desert where there's no landlines and stuff like that, as long as you have your cell phone, you'll be able to trade the forex market. The other market is the digital currency market. I'm sure most of you by now know about Bitcoin or Ethereum, Sol and so. These are the new currency that just came about 13 years ago. In 2009, it was invented, and it is the fastest growing currency ever built. Okay, so within those 13 years, this market has grown up to 2 maybe $5 trillion right now. Okay, this needs to be updated probably. And the thing is, it's being accepted globally. There are countries like El Salvador has actually adopted Bitcoin as the main currency in the country, in addition to whatever they have in the country. I don't know what their currency is. So it can be treated, or it can be traded, without any owning physical thing. It can be electronic. In some places, like in Dubai, they do have machines where you can actually get a physical Bitcoin, but you don't have to have that. As long as you have a cell phone and connection to the internet, you can trade peer-to-peer from one person to another. The third market is the stock market. Now, most of us know about the stock market. If you have an Apple computer or a Hewlett Packard computer, you know these companies, they have a stock. So you can buy their stocks, or even you can buy some commodities in it. So this is also one of the largest stock markets, or the largest market, where they trade around $1 trillion in volume per day. And all these markets, they open like 5 days a week. On the weekends, they shut down, or during holidays, they shut down. The stock market itself is having around 160 million people who are trading every day in this stock market. So these are the 3 types of market that we are going to train you how to trade in them. As you know, Akashx is an academy which will train you how to do trading. Okay. Now, in the recent time, for example, in 2020, where there was this COVID, right? Everybody was stuck at home, so they didn't have time to go and work because there's quarantine going on. So they had nothing to do but try to trade. Now, most of the industries, hundreds of companies are now migrating or gravitating towards trading industry. So the foreign exchange market itself is expected to grow up to 2 trillion in the year 2026. Same thing with the Bitcoin, which is the cryptocurrency. This one is also expected to grow up to 17% per year, and it's going to reach up to 75 billion by 2027. So we need to teach you guys some skills which are resistant or recession proof. That means even if there's a recession, you will not be affected. Why? Because if people are selling stuff, you are involved. You are the middleman between two guys trying to sell any commodity. So if the oil, let's say commodity, the oil is going down, the price is going down, well, somebody's buying, right? It is you who will be doing that. So that's why we say this is a recession-proof kind of a skill. When you learn it for you, it will be yours forever. Nobody will take it away. The other thing that we need to watch out is 50% of the jobs worldwide may actually be eliminated by AI. We mentioned earlier on that this is an artificial technology that we're using, a technology with artificial intelligence. This artificial intelligence is now being embedded into humanoids, which are these mannequins which look like human beings, and they can do some jobs, some manual jobs, like, for example, flipping burgers, cleaning, and so those jobs very soon might actually disappear, and these machines or humanoids will begin to use it. So you need to train yourself to be able to do some work that the machines cannot do. So that's why this is an opportune time that Akashx is really bringing to us. We are going to train you to be able to trade, and that way you will never have problems of job seeking, even if the AI humanoids come around. All right, so in Akashx, we have phases. We are having like 3 phases. Now, the first phase is to approve a trade. So what we have done is there's something called tap to trade. Basically, if you have a cell phone, you download the application, and in the application, if the guru or the guy behind all this trade will send you a message, ching, ching, and in the message you open it, it will begin to show you exactly what's going on. So all you have to do is you need to have this machine, which is your cell phone. You have to connect it to a broker. You can actually connect it to a broker of your own, or we in Akashx, we have our own broker, and we can connect it to that broker. Then you will receive your trade alert inside this cell phone. All you have to do is just click approve. Once you click approve, it goes back to the guru or the educator who sent that trade alert, and he will manage it for you until it profits. And sometimes, obviously, it might go as a loss, but you will not do anything. Anybody can do that. So basically, if you can tap, you are able to trade on this thing. So this is how it looks like. If you look at this screen here on the right, this is a MetaTrader 5. So it will show up like this, right? You have your broker here and you have your server. So you need to connect your phone or your application to a broker. Once you do that, then the trade alert will come in this manner. As you can see, this is the trade alert here saying new trade alert, sell gold and US dollar. Okay. And all you have to do is approve. You tap the approve right here. Once approved, you click OK, and then voila, you see the results. Now you can see this person here has already profited around $214. And you can see here, these are some of the trades that they've been trading. And this guy is saying, oh, it's not too shabby. Why? Because it's all green. If you are supposed to be trading by yourself, there'll be some red and stuff like that, which means you have lost. Now on this one here, this guy is saying, wow, almost $300 in profit this morning with TTT. Now, what's TTT? TTT is tap to trade, short for tap to trade. And it's only 10 a.m. in Newfoundland in Canada. So you can see this guy's having his breakfast, doing almost nothing but clicking a tap, and voila, you have your money. So this is one of the phases we are talking about. Well, phase 1 is a tap to trade application, which is very easy to do. If you can tap, you can sell these things, okay? The second one is we're going to show you, or we're going to teach you how to trade. We mentioned earlier on that Akashx is an academy, right? So it will categorize the people for beginners and advanced and experts. And also it has even crypto lessons available. So there are some videos which are already done by these gurus, the educators, and there are almost 200 lessons there in different languages, up to 70 languages so far. As the audience of Akashx grow, they may add more languages according to the demand. The other thing is these educators are not only specialized in one field. Some of them specialize in forex trading, others in cryptocurrencies, and others in commodities like oil or gold, and others, of course, do the stock market, which is the indices. The other thing we do is also we have live sessions. So if you are already a member, there will be at the back office a place where you can find which session is coming on and which educator you want to follow. And then you just wait for that time when his live session, you can interact with them, you can ask questions, you can collaborate and so on. It's really a very good learning environment. The other thing is obviously for the trade alerts, this is where the platform will communicate and the trading community will talk with each other. So you get a lot of educators, you pick one. The thing we want to teach you guys, there are so many educators, you don't have to follow all of them. Just read through them and find one which matches with what you want and follow him through. That way you will be really concentrating in one particular trade or one particular strategy and go deep on that. Otherwise, you will be a master of all. There's no master of all. You have to master one thing. Okay. So the third phase is where you become an independent trader. So we started with the tap to trade, which is for everybody. You can do it as long as you're 18 years and above. And then the other one is teaching you actually how to pick a trade, copy it, and trade it. Now, this one here, now you're going to the analysis. Okay. So we do have scanners. The scanners are here. And what they do is they'll overlay on these squiggly lines here. When I first joined this, I don't know what these lines are, but with the scanners, you begin to learn, okay, where is your entry point and where is your exit point? That way you don't lose a lot. So once you are well versed with the scanners, then you'll become an independent trader. So basically the idea is actually to hold you by the hand gradually until you graduate, and that you don't have to depend on the signals or these trade alerts that they send. Obviously, we want you to learn from the tap to trade and then graduate to the one where you get trade signals. And once you get that, you begin to do the scanners, and that way you're an independent trader. Okay. So as you can see, this is a real academy. There will be always some test or somewhere to graduate you, right? So this is what happens after the education. You have to pass certain tests. There are two phases. Phase one, you have to pass with a certain amount of money that you need to prove that you are disciplined and you're following all the lessons that have been taught, and then you're given phase one certificate. Then you'll go to second phase, whereby you also have to continue the education. Once you finish these two phases, and then you graduate, that way now you'll become an independent trader. Yeah? So as we know in this education, you and I, those who went to school, everybody went to school, you know how much it costs to get an education. You're going to study for 18 years or so, it costs thousands of dollars, maybe $250,000 to just finish your second degree or first degree. But on this one here, you're only going to pay $149 per month. So that means it's around what, $1,800 a year if you continue paying that. And you know very well with $150, if you live in certain areas, that will not even feed you dinner for two. Okay. So, sorry about that. So now with this $149, what do you get? You get a built-in tools which are optimized for trading. You get those alerts, which we talked about earlier on. And then this technology, this is an amazing technology. The tap to trade, if you can just master that, all you have to do is just click and you get your money coming, because these guys at the back, they will help you. And then we have these advanced scanners, and we have extensive resources. There's news there because sometimes the news affect the market, correct? So you can actually go in there. It is like a one-stop shop for everything. You don't have to go elsewhere to look for information. We all have the information over here. We mentioned about the live sessions, whereby you can actually talk to the traders and they're trading live. And then we have a community. Like now, we are having Zoom calls. We talk to each other and so on. If you have any questions, you can ask. And so on. So that is very important to the community to support us. Now, since you're paying already $140 or $149, there is a way out, like a scholarship, right? So if you are able to help somebody, tell the person that, hey, listen, there's something very exciting, like what I did. I mean, I love this. And what I did was I went to tell other people, hey, did you know this thing is really working good? I've been in this industry for quite a while, and there are horrible stories out there. We all know about it. But this one here is a game changer for me. And I think it's be a game changer for you too. So all you have to do is tell somebody else that, hey, look, friend, this thing's good. Try it. If you can bring 3 people, these 3 people will offset your $140 fee per month. So which means you only pay the first month. The second month you won't pay. And not only that, you earn also $120. Each person is $40. So you only here in essence, you just paid about $19 or $29. Now, in summary, what you have to do is tap, you post, and then you get your profit. So it's very simple, right? So if you follow these 3 phases and you share results and follow up to people, you will always get followers who will want to come and join. So if you do that sharing of Akashx, you will earn $40 to $50. Now, the $50 depends on your rank. If you've stayed longer in the company, then you will be having a higher amount because you're having other residual income. We're not going to talk about that. I'm not even talking about the residual income. I'm just talking about the education part of it yet. So here, the other thing is, if you can refer 10 customers, you're going to get paid $400 a month. So look at it this way. You join for $150 or $149, and within that month, if you bring 10 people, you're going to get $400 just because of that commission. Thank you for bringing new guys. So you'll find that you actually offset your school fees already, okay? And meanwhile, you're already more than 3 people, so you're not going to pay next month. This is a profitable kind of academy. To me, that's like a scholarship. Now, let's still wait. Now, this here is the kicker of all things. You are going to get a starter money of $10,000 for only paying this amount of $140. You pay the $140, they give you $10,000 to trade with. Usually, if you don't have that, you have to come with your $200 or $100 to start trading, and you know that money is not enough. Okay, so this is one thing that I would say this is academy with a scholarship. The second thing is you are guaranteed almost to make $104 if you follow the rules of how to do your stop losses. They're going to teach you all of that. So if you follow those rules, you can make $104 per day or within 2 days. So that means you can make around $2,000 per month if you are really very diligent, okay? So we mentioned that if you share with 3 people, you will not pay the $140. And then the other thing which I really like about this is you have this residual income. Once you stay more than, okay, I've been here 1 month, but I read about it. So when you stay more than 1 month or so, you begin to get some residual income, and that is the generational wealth. For me, I need to create a generational wealth for my children's children, stuff like that. So we need to have that mindset. Now, why do we say here 1,000? I mean, 100,000. That means 100,000 is, if you get 10 people, you're going to get $100,000 worth of money, okay? So now that we have done all this, once you finish, your account will be funded with that 10,000 or the $100,000, that or real money. The first one, of course, you are testing it, so you will only have that money as paper money, okay? But now, when you pass those tests, you will begin to be funded with the money here. And now these are some of the results of some people who have been trading. You can see everything is green. 6 trades here, all, well, green, and here 5 trades, all green. That's how easy the system is. And most of the time, these people are using just tap to trade. This is how the alert comes. The alert will come in this shape. So you have this EP. For those of you who are still new, EP is entry point, and then you have the SL. SL is a stop loss, and you have TP. So this is take profit or target price, and they will give you 5 targets, TP1 up to TP5. You don't have to take all of them. When you're still learning, you just have to end it. Maybe TP1 or maximum TP3. But when you become an expert, you can go all the way to TP5. And this is how the charts will look like. And these are the results here of this person. His money is all green or blue in this case. Okay. So obviously, as I mentioned earlier on, within 1 week, there's a payday, you get money. And these are some of the results. This person here, he joined just within I think on the 22nd of September. And then 3 days later, he got about $400. So he paid just $149, and now he's getting $488. Now, this one is another person also. He's getting almost $500. Very fast, okay? This one here, he got $1,000. And this one got $322. So Akashx is just real. You don't have to worry about begging somebody to, hey, can you release my money? Can I withdraw my money? There's nothing like that. Weekend comes, you get your money in your account, and you just withdraw on your own without asking somebody's support. No, you just withdraw your money, and it reaches into your either wallet or to your bank. All right, so that's it. I'm excited with this. If you have any questions, I can answer. If I don't have the answer, I'll get back to you. So thank you so much for listening, everybody. Back to you, Chairman.
Awesome superstars on the call. Can you help me celebrate this amazing uh, petroleum engineer? Can you help me put some 777s on the chat box for this petroleum engineer, forex trader, forex mentor, educating, training, empowering, and enriching people across the African continent? Now, I remember when I first spoke with him, he said to me, "Sir, my joy is to help my people in South Sudan, help them to learn this skill, help my people in South Sudan." Though he works in Saudi and he lives in the US, that his heart is in South Sudan. He wants to see his people in South Sudan being empowered, being liberated, being educated, learning the skill set that can allow them be financially free. 777s on the chat box, superstars on the call. Now, the things that he has just talked about, I'm going to go ahead on my phone. Please, can you make Wealth Hub co-host? Help me make my phone co-host so I can show you practically everything that he has talked about tonight. All right? This let's to practice